Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Slay by Ciara. So today I'm coming to you guys with a curly crochet tutorial slash review. So if you guys do want to see how I achieve this cute half up half down style, then continue to watch this video. Okay, so first off I'm going to show you guys how I do my parts in the front. So to start off with, I'm doing kind of like a nice triangle right in the center of my head, and then I'm going in with some Shine and Jam and an edge brush that I got from like the beauty supply for like $2, and we're just going to very like slug down that first triangle plait, and then I'm just going to go in with a rubber band to secure it. So once that's all secured, I'm going to go ahead and split my hair right down the middle, and I'm using a rat tail comb to do this, so just try to get your parts as straight as possible. Putting some of the jam over the part definitely helps it. So this next section, I'm just parted diagonally down towards my hairline, if that makes sense. And then I kind of squared it off a little bit at the ends of it. And then what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be splitting that first triangle in half and taking half of the hair and putting it inside of the next plait. So as you saw, I split that in half and put half of it inside that one because the other half is going to go for the other side. So once that one's all secure, I'm next going to do another diagonal starting from towards the back of my head, working its way towards where the other two meet. And then I'm going to go ahead and slick that down, and then I'm going to take the one that I just did and split that one in half again, and then add that part to the new section that I just made. So I'm going to just put some Shine and Jam all over the hair just so it's slicked down, and then secure it with a rubber band. So basically I'm just adding sections from each plait into the other one. I hope that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing. And so lastly, I'm going to do one more part, and this is going to be in the center, and we're just going to go diagonally back. So we're creating two additional triangles in the back. So we start with the one closest to the end first. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the jam all on that one, and then we're going to take that last one and we're going to put the whole thing into the triangle. And then once we have that one all secure, we're going to work towards the one that's closer to the center of my head. And I'm going to take first the one in front of it and put it together. So we're going to secure that one with a rubber band. And once that's secure, we're going to take the one we just did and add that to closest to the middle. So it should all kind of connect together. So that's how you do one side. And then I went and did the other side off camera. So once I have them all together, I'm going to put both of the parts together, and then I'm going to make one big braid because I'm going to do a puff ball in the front of my head. So I'm just braiding this all the way down, adding some jam as I do just to make sure that I don't have like any flyaways or loose hairs coming out of the braid. So once I have that all braided, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around and try to get it as small as possible. For people who have way more hair than me, I know it might be hard to get it in as small as possible, but still try. So now I'm showing you the back of my head. So I have one braid going all the way across my head, and then I have about 9 going straight back and connected. And I like to just place oil in my hair just to keep my scalp moisturized during protective styling. So this is the hair that I'm using. It is from Janet Collection, and it's their Peruvian Dominican Curl crochet hair. So it comes with 2 per pack, which is super nice, and the hair feels so soft, you guys. So right now I took one bundle out, and I'm kind of just putting the rubber band around it and so I can attach it to the braid that I made. I had crocheted some hair in there, but don't mind that because you don't need to do that at all. So I wrapped 2 bundles around the bun. And now I'm going to go ahead and create the puff ball. So literally all I did was wrap the hair around, and then you just go ahead and play with it. Buns, I feel like you always just have to play with it for a little bit to get it to lay how you want it to properly. And so this piece that was hanging down, I'm just wrapping it around and just kind of adding it to the bun however you feel like doing. And then once I have it all there, I'm just going to go ahead and secure it with some bobby pins. So now I'm showing you how I do the back of my head. So for the back of my head, I'm doing the regular crochet method. So I loop it around about 5 to 6 times, and then I pull it like tight to secure it, so you don't have to make knots with this method at all. But yeah, so just try to secure it as tight as possible. That's what looping like the 5 to 6 times does, so you don't have to go ahead and make the knot in your hair. So I just put the crochet needle through my head, and then I attach the hair, and then I open it up, and then I just twist the hair through. Like I said, I believe I did like 5 or 6 times. I don't show all of like me doing the back of my head because I have so many crochet videos up for you guys. So I think I'm gonna show you one more time in slow-mo, but basically I use this method to do about 3/4 of my head in the back. Once it starts getting like smaller in reference to like the braiding at the top, that's when I do the knotless method, and I found a new knotless method to try out, so I want you guys to see it, and we're gonna get into that next once I finish doing the back of my head. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the front. So as you see this, you really need to use tiny sections to be able to pull this off. So as you saw, I stuck the crochet needle through the braid, and all I'm doing is I'm taking one section and looping it through, and that's it, literally. So I'm showing you now with using the crochet needle the whole time. So I stick it through, I pull the loop through, and then I grab one part of the ends and pull that through with the same needle, and then pull it by securing it, and that's literally all you do. And I'm going to show you guys a few times in like natural slow mode, so you guys can really see what I'm doing. But all I'm doing literally, that's a small section that you have to use for this to work though, but all I'm doing is literally only looping it one time with one strand, and trust me, it's going to be secure. I feel like this method is so much quicker, and it'll end up looking better because you don't have as many loops everywhere, and you don't have to worry about twisting it like 5 or 6 times. Like, you can do your whole head like this, but I just didn't want to break apart into tiny strands everywhere, because in order for this to work, you do have to use the tiny strands, because if you use bigger strands, it's gonna fall apart. So yeah, this is a knotless method that doesn't require as many loops at all, and it's still going to hold exactly the same, but you just have to make sure that your sections are really small. But yeah, and it works just like the other knotless method, but you just don't have to secure it as many times. Because the sections are so small, that's why it's still going to stay secure and not fall out. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how I make the shoe puff balls. So I'm kind of starting from scratch, and this time I'm not combining the hair into one big braid. I'm doing 2 separate braids, as you see there. And once I have the braid all braided, I'm then again going to wrap it around and make a little bun like I did the very first time. And we're going to go ahead and secure it with a rubber band. And after it's secure, we're going to take the bundle again and wrap it around. And then you do exactly the same thing you did with the one big puff, but just do 2 separate puffs this time. One thing that I didn't do in this video, I wish I did, is I separated the hair before I wrapped it around my head. I feel like it makes it look more natural and bigger. So that's up to you, but that's pretty much it on how you guys do the style. Alright guys, so I hope you did enjoy this tutorial and found it helpful. So I was trying to do different ways to do the knotless, like individual crochet method. So I know I probably did a few of them in this video. So yeah, you're more than welcome to try whichever works for you. This is actually day 2 of me having this hair in. I think I finished it this morning instead of last night when I was making the video originally. So yeah, this is day 2 of me wearing my hair, and the knots are still holding up for like only looping it one time mainly is what I did. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna start doing this method from now on because it'll save me a lot of time, and I feel like it looks better because you don't have as many loops and whatnot. So I'm definitely gonna be doing this method much more often now because you can't even like see nothing really over there or on the side. But yeah, so this hair is from Janet Collection and is their perm Peruvian, and it's in the texture perm and natural texture. So this here is like one of the bundles. It comes 2 bundles in the pack. And one thing that I did notice that the packaging says is that this hair is heat resistant fiber, so you can use up to 360 degrees Fahrenheit temperature on this hair, which is pretty nice. So in case you don't want these curls, you want like just bigger curls per se, you can use a curling iron on it, so that's pretty good too. One thing that I did really like about this hair is that it was very easy to separate. That is an issue that I see with a lot of crochet hair, especially curly crochet hair, that it can be very difficult to separate the hair. So I want to say that this hair was very easy to separate, so that's very good. The texture of it feels really nice, and of course it comes out big like I love it to be. I'm trying to see how many packs I use. I really honestly think I used just maybe 3.5, to be honest, maybe 4, around that. If like around that, 3.5 to 4 packs. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I really do like this hair though. I'd say this is probably in the top 2 of my favorite crochet hairs, just because of the way it looks and how easy it was to work with. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the hair. I hope you guys did like this little cute tutorial. I tried to do something different up front instead of the regular normal crochet that I always do. So I want to start switching them up and showing different styles that you guys can rock. And as you saw, you can do 2 puffs like I did, or the 1 puff that I did earlier in the video as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video, and enjoy the rest of your week.